Most people ruin their first impression when they meet someone within 3 seconds and they don't even realize it. I'm sure you've heard the classic, "Hi, how are you?" But it's boring and it's forgettable, and literally every single person says that. So your brain is already tuned out the second you hear the, "Hey, how are you?" And it's the automatic good, and it leads absolutely nowhere. So if you want to be memorable, you got to break the pattern. The advice I'm going to tell you is going to work for people you already know and people who you don't know, so this will cover all bases. My first tip is to use their name. And this can be if you know them or you don't know them. If you know their name, great. If you're like, "Hi, I'm Caitlin, what's your name?" And they say, "My name is Jeff," you're like, "Hi, Jeff, so nice to meet you." Because when you hear your own name, it activates your medial prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that is tied to your identity. And people love hearing their name. It makes it feel more personal. It makes you feel like you care about them, that you know something about them. It adds like a little bit of connection when you say it. So this can be a greeting. When you know someone, you can be like, "Hey Alex, how are you? How's Monday going? Tell me about your day." Whatever. If you don't know them, be like, "Hi, my name's Caitlin. What's your name?" Then they're like, "Jeff." You're like, "Hi Jeff. Oh my god, I love that name." Or, "Oh my god, I have a cousin named Jeff. That's crazy." Literally anything that's gonna break the normal pattern of, "Hi, how are you? Bye." And this leads exactly into my next step, which is to comment, not question. You don't have to keep making generic questions of like, "How was your day?" Rather, you can make specific observations. Observations don't only just signal confidence, but it also signals that you actually care what the other person is saying and you're engaging in the conversation. So this could literally be things like, "Wow, it's super sunny today. Love it. I'm gonna go do this." Or, "Wow, it's so cold. I was like freezing last night." Or talking about sports or whatever shared interest you have. If it's in class, being like, "Man, that homework was so hard." Or whatever you have in common that you can just bring up. This is also really easy if you see someone and you like what they're wearing. You'd be like, "Wow, I love that sweater. Where'd you get it?" And then they could be like, "Oh, I thrifted it." And you could be like, "I love thrifting." And it becomes like a common ground that you guys both share an interest in. My next tip is to speak slower than you normally do. People subconsciously associate slower speech with confidence and less anxiety. When you rush your speech, it actually activates their sympathetic nervous system, which can spike anxiety when they're talking to you. So instead of talking really, really fast, like you're talking like this, just try to slow down just even a little bit. It will make them feel like you're more of a calm, grounding person and you're just generally more chill. My last tip is to end with direction. A lot of people don't know how to end the conversation, and a great way to do that is to end with direction. Saying, "Oh, I would love to talk more," or "We should hang out sometime," or "We should grab dinner," or "I'll see you in class." Like, it ends with direction. So ditch the "how are you" and make sure to implement these tips.